This episode of The Central is presented by Vans Comics, Cards, and Games. Better players, better gaming. Visit online at vansccg.com or stop by off of Pear Orchard in Richland.
Hey Jaguars, I'm Wes Fowler.
And I'm Allie Ragsdale, and this is
JNN's The Central.
Madison Central will be holding a college fair Thursday, October 7th from 5 to 6:30 p.m. in the Commons. Students may come by to see colleges, visit with military recruiters, and ask various questions about their next steps in education.
As of March 2nd, 2021, Mississippi's mask mandate has been dropped. Mississippi is one of 29 states to lift their mandate since the beginning of the pandemic. Masking up is now optional in most school buildings as health and safety officials monitor the situation.
Hey Jaguars, I'm Terrace Harris back with another sports update. Last week, the Jaguar volleyball team had their senior night, where they played Murrah in a doubleheader and took both games in straight sets. The football team also dominated our homecoming game, pitching Grenada a shutout 35-0. This week, the Aquajacks hosted their last chance meet and won it all on Monday. The volleyball team competed on Tuesday in the jungle, but took a hard loss against Brandon. Thursday, they will travel out to Northwest Rankin and will update you on how that game goes. Friday, the football team will go out to Clinton and face the Arrows. The student session for that game is whiteout. Lastly, the Jaguar cross country team hosts their competition on Saturday and will have those race results next week. And that's all for this time, Jags. Be sure to check in next week to see all the results from this week's sporting events.
Hey Jags, we started this week off a bit hazy with highs in the low 80s and lows in the low 60s. Wednesday will bring us a bit of rain as we are looking at a 30% chance of precipitation. Thursday will be cloudy with a chance of sunshine in preparation for sunny skies starting on Friday. The temperatures will stay consistent this weekend with highs in the mid 80s and lows in the mid 60s. That's our weather forecast. Back to you, Wes.
As high schoolers, it is important to consider what path to pursue after graduation. JNN correspondent Aiden Allen dives into one student's decision to take a gap year.
For many students, the status quo is to go to college immediately after graduating high school. But for students like John Martin McGee, an alternative route is available in a gap year.
It gives me a little head start a little bit. I used it. I was able to train a little bit more for swimming, and I was able to get more scholarship than what I originally had.
Throughout high school, every student is constantly told to do their best. This can make high school extremely stressful to go through, but taking a gap year to focus on oneself, relax, travel, or focus on one's passions can greatly benefit one's mental health.
But I would believe that if they were to choose that anything that would work toward that mental health would ultimately benefit them.
Only 2.2% of Americans take a gap year. This can primarily be blamed on the common misconception that gap years are only for vacationing. With a gap year, people can also use the time to work, to save up some extra money, or to improve some aspects of their life, like athletics.
I do believe that to explore other options would be very helpful to students. To maybe look at options for their education by doing other things would be very helpful.
I was able to go from little scholarship to a pretty decent amount of scholarship that they were willing to send me out of state with. So I was thankful for that, and I was pretty lucky with the program I got. It was a good opportunity. At starting off, it was kind of stressful and just seeing all my friends go off to college, and then I realized I've still got lots of friends here. I'm saving money. I was like, it's really not that bad. It's all going to work out in the end.
Overall, gap years give students the opportunity to better themselves mentally, physically, and emotionally. Although unpopular, gap years are still an extremely viable option that all students should at least consider. This is Aiden Allen with JNN.
Showing spirit is a great way to create camaraderie in our school. From the student section of the pep rallies, Camille Coleman tells us more on the importance of school pride and just how differently we do it in the jungle.
Pep rallies and school spirit are a staple of American high schools, and at MC, it's no different. But how exactly do these events affect school life?
So MC has a lot of school spirit, and a lot of it plays into the fact that we have students that'll travel as far as like Oxford and South Panola just to come watch. They'll stand in the rain. They'll buy like way too many megaphones, dress ridiculously. Like, it's incredible how much like the students, like, you can tell how much they love the school.
At MC, pep rallies are a school-wide event and everyone is involved. Activities like dress-up days, pep rallies, and other events all come together to make school spirit at MC a huge part of student life. But at other schools, things can be done a little differently. Nina Gall is a current Madison Central student who transferred from Christ Covenant in her freshman year. She spoke to us a bit about her experience transferring from a private school to a public school.
I think it's a bigger deal here. Everything feels like a bigger deal here, like pep rallies and games and stuff. It just feels bigger and more fun for sure, because at my other school everything was just small and not as emphasized.
An online survey done by Harris Poll found that 92% of principals agree that high school spirit is tied to high school achievement. One principal stated, "School spirit equates to a sense of community, with students, parents, teachers, and administrators working together with a common purpose and with activities for all segments of the school population."
First official time being a part of the student section was this year, which was really fun. And it's so different because at my old school we didn't even have a student section. And that sense of being around all students from your school and having that unified school spirit is so fun. It's so much fun.
Have you noticed any ways that school spirit has affected you? Don't forget to keep up with the student section and be ready for any and all upcoming spirit days. This has been Camille Coleman with JNN.
Well, that's all for this week, Jags.
Be sure to check out our Instagram at Jaguar News Network and our Twitter at Jaguar News Net for more updates throughout the week.
Until next time, I'm Wes Fowler.
And I'm Allie Ragsdale, and this has been
JNN's The Central.